Hey BookTube, it's Mia coming at you again with a book review video. And excuse the lighting, I'm looking at it, it's looking kind of dark, but I was trying something different, trying to get a new setup going. But anyway, enough of that tech talk. I am here to review something that I just gave 5 stars to, and I cannot believe how much I love this book, and we're going to jump right into the review. As always, you guys, thanks for clicking in to watch, and make sure before you leave, hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's get to it. So today we are reviewing Queen of Geek by Jen Wilde. This book was so cute. I absolutely, you know, I gotta say, contemporary is killing it this year with the books. I'm loving just about every contemporary book that I'm reading this year, and I'm not a contemporary chick. Literally, I'm a fantasy girl, okay? But this one here, absolutely love. This will be spoiler free because just like the other reviews, I want you guys to go and read this book. This book follows 3 main characters who are embarking on like their last kind of hurrah before graduation, and they are all celebrating at SuperCon, which is, just like you guessed, pretty much Comic-Con out in LA. It follows the 3 characters. You have Charlie, Taylor, and Jamie. Charlie is the one who got them all to SuperCon. She is this really famous YouTuber. She has like a vlogging channel with like millions of subscribers and yada yada yada, and she lands this movie deal. She like stars in like this up and coming movie, which to me can only really sound like it's like the Hunger Games in this fictional world. So it's like, it's a really big deal, as what's his face would say on Anchorman. She's kind of a big deal. She gets them all invited to SuperCon because she's invited to do like some panels and some interviews and promote the new movie, and she brings her 2 best friends along, which is so freaking cute and awesome. I need some friends like that. Like, hell yeah, I will take a trip to LA because they're all from Australia and they go to LA to SuperCon. Then you have her best friend, Taylor. Taylor's more on the quiet side. I think she's supposed to be like a little plump. She wears glasses. She's like a super nerd. But that's her best friend, and I just love her. She was just so cute, and oh, I love her. And then you have Jamie, who is the kind of like the new kid in town. He just moved to Australia. His family's job got like transferred or something. Anyway, he's like the new kid. He moves in. He instantly connects with them because like I said, they're all like nerdy fan fiction type, SuperCon type people. So they all just mesh. Oh, and did I forget to mention, Jamie and Taylor are in love with each other. In a nutshell, that's what this book is about. Like I said, it all takes place at SuperCon, which I absolutely love. It was just like that one setting. The whole story takes place in one weekend at SuperCon. So it is not a long drawn out story. Everything is happening, boom boom boom. The pacing was awesome. I loved the pacing. Now it does mention on the cover here, it says 3 friends, 2 love stories, 1 convention, and that is basically what the story is about. We're following 2 storylines with Jamie and Taylor, how they are going to get together, and Charlie and this other person, and we're going to figure out how this other girl, I'll go ahead and say it, this other girl, and how they're going to end up together. And that's it. I know that was a mouthful, but that's basically it. And you guys know I love a good character-driven story, and that's basically what this was. Being, like I said, it was set in one location. It really was up to the characters to kind of, you know, carry the story. So just a little quick breakdown of the characters. I gotta say, I loved Charlie, because to me Charlie was like just so humble. She was, like I said, she's this big time YouTuber, and you know, people are loving her, they're screaming for her, and she loves all her fans. You would expect her to be like kind of snobby and like, oh yeah, well I don't need you guys and I'm famous, and she just loved all her fans. She treated them like actual people. There's a scene where her agent wanted her to do something. Her agent in her studio wanted her to do something that they thought would help her career, and it includes an ex-boyfriend. And she was just like, no. She was uncomfortable with it. She didn't want to do it. She stood her ground, and her agent like had like the most utmost respect for her. And I was like, what a strong character. Like, if you're faced with, hey, you're making these movies now and you want to continue to be famous, the studio wants you to do this, and for you to still stand there and say, no, I'm uncomfortable, I don't want to do it, and still, you know, go off being who you are, that's amazing. That's amazing. And these are teenagers. They're like 17, 18 years old. So I really loved that about her character. Throughout the whole book, she was firm in what she believed in and what she wanted to do. And she stuck to her guns. I also love Charlie's sense of friendship. She don't... even though she was being pulled in every direction to do interviews, to do panels, to do whatever they needed her to do, when her friends needed her, she was there. She'll drop it and be like, look, I gotta go. I gotta do this. And she was there for her friends. And if you read the book, you know some stuff happens where she had to console her friends. And I just love that. And then on the flip side, I love that her friends wasn't like jealous. That's it. They wasn't jealous of her and her stardom. They wasn't jealous when she kind of had to back out on a couple of things. Like, they will have time to set up to go do something, but then she gets called by her agent. She's like, I'm sorry guys, I gotta go. And they're all like, no, go, it's fine, it's cool. And they actually meant it. Now, it could be the fact because Taylor and Jamie probably just wanted to be alone. But either way, I just love that. And you don't see that a lot in books anymore. I watched a couple of videos of people explaining like they hate like that friendship, that ex-friendship trope, or that girls hating girls for no other reason trope. And this book does not have that at all. I also love the fact, we're going to switch gears to talk about Taylor now. Taylor, like I said, she's supposed to be, I think she's supposed to be a little bit on the autistic side. She has these like really severe anxiety attacks sometimes, but it doesn't change like who she is. Like, she loves this character named Firestone, which is supposed to be, I'm guessing, the equivalent of like Harry Potter, because it's like a really big thing. And she's cosplaying as this Firestone lady, and she's loving it. She got like the best costume. She like knows everything there is to know about her, and you can kind of picture like that's who she is. And on the outside looking in, it probably seems geeky, but to some people, like, that is the persona that they take on because that's what helps them through life. And she mentioned that many times in the book, like, this woman who wrote these books changed her life. It helped her to step out of her comfort zone. It helped her to know that there are people out there in the fictional world that goes through everything that you go through in the real world. So I thought that was really cool how they put that spin on it. There's a scene when she could join this competition, and Jamie is all like, yeah, you should do it, you can rock this, it's all about Firestone, you can win. And she's really hesitant to do it. And I love, because it wasn't because of her appearance, but it was simply because of the fact of like, she felt like she was going to be too nervous up there. She felt like she couldn't handle the lights and people looking at her, and she would blink out. And it was all like really believable things of why a lot of people don't take that chance and do something. And you guys know me, I love believable characters. I understand it's a fictional world, even like in a fantasy setting. Give me some believable characters. Like, if you're going to use human beings as your characters, then make them human. Absolutely loved it. Moving on to Jamie. Jamie was just so freaking cute because he would do anything in the world, okay, for Taylor. Anything in the world. He would get his ass kicked just to stand up and protect her. And it's not just in the sense of like, he's standing up like, I'm the man, I'm supposed to protect you. It was in the sense of like, this is my best friend. You mess with her, you mess with me, and we're going down. Like, the whole book, he was like that. And he kept always encouraging her. He always kept telling her how beautiful she was, how creative and talented she was. And I loved their love story. I'm not even going to go into detail about anything about it. I just love their love story. And you guys know, for those of you who knows me well, knows I hate romance in books. I hate the slow burn. I hate the he likes her, she likes him, will they, won't they. I completely do not like that in my books, but I absolutely loved it in this one. Definitely a 5-star read. Definitely buying this one because this one is a library book. So definitely going to buy to have in the collection. This book, it's backwards. This book, guys, goes into the section of Fangirl and Ramona Blue as like my all-time favorite books, in a sense of I wish I had these books when I was in high school, because I was that geeky kid, I was that fan fiction kid, I was that, before it became trending, before geeky was trending, I was that Mia is so freaking weird. What the hell is she into? Before I even knew what Comic-Con and all that stuff was, cosplaying, all of that, I was these kids. And yeah, I'm so happy this book was written for kids of today or whatever, even adults. Yeah, so that is it, you guys. This wasn't even supposed to be this long of a review, but you can just tell oh my gosh, I love this book. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm rambling now. So for those of you who stuck around to the end, thank you so much for watching, and you know I'm gonna catch you in the next video, right? Right, Savannah? Yeah, now she don't want to talk. All right, guys. Bye, loves.